Welcome back to the Racing Addicts podcast.
The Racing Addicts.
How are we getting these people to stop sucking?
Touching my boobie? What the hell?
How's he playing with one eye?
Turn to the camera for the OnlyFans.
It's a done deal. Everybody needs to be fired.
He is a bona fide idiot, silver spoon kid behind the wheel.
It's good. Go 12.
How impressive is that?
Are you telling me I can't have one cigarette in this place?
Welcome back to the A2B Media Studios. Woo-hoo! This is the Racing Addicts podcast. This is season 6, episode 15. We are here talking about the Glen.
I'm so glad you had that excited intro because it woke me up from the cup race. That was
That's
good.
fair.
That was good. I needed that. Wow.
I think the most exciting thing from the cup race was the tent raining out of the sky onto the track.
I think that was God's gift to try to bring some level of excitement to yesterday's product.
It was something. I think I said it in the group chat. Talladega had the fans steal the pace car. Now we got the tents raining at Watkins Glen.
I feel like God's up in heaven watching that race, and he's like, give him a tornado. Give him a tornado. Yeah,
did they say how high the wind gusts were for this race?
What was wild, I saw this video on the Twitter sphere yesterday from a fan that was there. It was literally an isolated incident. You could watch it. Like it was basically a mini tornado.
Oh, no kidding.
Went right through the middle of the track, and that's what
and you saw, wasn't there two of them in the air, but only one of them landed on the track?
Oh, I only saw one.
There was definitely some other debris flying with that tent through the air.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it looked legit. Like I wish I would have saved it. I always forget to save these videos that are really good. But they had the video from the stands, and you could see, I mean, it looked like a tornado going through the middle of the track.
No kidding. That's pretty wild. Only
could NASCAR have a tornado during their event.
Right? It was either that or mud wrestling in the camping section. I mean, did you see all the campers getting stuck there?
Yeah. Breaking news, NASCAR. It's freaking May in upstate New York. Turns out it rains a lot.
Yeah. The ground and grass is soft. I mean, we're not even like good root structure yet for growing season. Like,
well, it was so funny because I don't know if you remember when they announced this last year, and the one guy from NASCAR is like, listen, I grew up in upstate New York. May is summer weather in upstate New York. And I'm looking at it because I'm like, that's 4 hours north of us, and it ain't summer here. So I don't know what you're smoking, dude, but it's not. I promise you, it's not. And it turns out it wasn't.
Yeah. I remember the group chat. NASCAR put out the announcement that they were closing down, letting campers in from what was it, like 6 p.m. till 7 a.m. or something the next day.
Something, and it was because they didn't have people. They're like, we have no one to tow people out, so you can't come in.
Yeah, you said you saw a video of 2 rigs hooked up to a trailer, and it still couldn't get pulled out.
Yeah, there was a Silverado with a 5th wheel, and they had 2 tractors trying to pull it out, and all 4 wheels on each tractor were spinning.
Fantastic, good job, NASCAR. Good thinking.
Now one thing bad.
The one thing I will say is NASCAR putting the small track package on for the road course. I do think that was a little bit more exciting. There was definitely a tire wear issue in marbles that they had to watch out for. So I thought that made it a little bit more interesting.
I'll take it. I mean, it's got to swing so much further.
It does.
The cars are freaking planted, dude. They're just,
Yeah. Steve O'Donnell, take the hint. It's time to Jen ain't when.
This was on later in the list, but how long can you let your top tier series be the worst race of the weekend?
Yeah.
Like this has to be a conversation because it even like if you look at the ratings, every week the Nopes and trucks are showing plus and the Cup is showing minus.
Well, and if you watch the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series, those were lights out better races than what the Cup Series had. I mean, there was not even competition there.
It's every week. It's literally every week because even when Cup has a good weekend, Nopes is better.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know we can't go back in time, and I know we can't get the cars of yesteryear back in the Cup Series. However, everything being a spec body and Air Force down and everything like that, it's not working. It's not working.
We got to get the backs of the cars off the ground. I will advocate this. Yeah, I think a ride height rule on the rear of the car would improve the racing, and it would cost $0 to do.
Yep.
Someone who's smarter than me can tell me why that's a bad idea, and I would love to hear it if anyone's listening that knows why that would not work. But to me, what makes the cars so aero crappy is that the rear ends are sucked to the ground, so they have all that rear downforce. Like, why not just put a ride heights rule in place and force the teams to raise the rear end, and then does that not put more driver in the car?
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
I think less downforce the whole way around would be better. More horsepower, less downforce. Let's put the driver back in the seat. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's backtrack, a little bit. I know this is going to come as a shock to everybody listening to the show this week, and anyone who has watched NASCAR in the last couple seasons. But SVG put on a clinic at Watkins Glen. Go figure that one out.
Can we just skip the rest of the road course races and just give him the trophy?
I mean, we might as well. I mean, he had
give
to
the
drive-
O'Reilly a doubleheader and let him run Sunday.
He
I'm
was
good with
back,
that.
What, in 20th something place after that last pit stop and drove through the field to win dominantly. There was nobody even close to him. Michael McDouchebag was the closest one, and he didn't have a chance.
Now, I will say the rest of the field was saving fuel. So, like, I don't, if they were running all out, I don't know that he pulls that off. But, I mean, he was fast.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
I mean,
like, no doubt.
He again, SVG was lights out fast the entire day. I mean, the only person that had anything for him was Zilich, and unfortunately, the kid overcooked his tires, locking him up one too many times.
Yeah, it was a shame.
And I was
especially because I had him on the pick, so it was really the shame. But
yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the results just because I picked SVG, but the thing is, I would have loved to have seen Zilich and SVG battle it out for the win.
I think Connor Zilich is the one hope of making road course races with the Cup Series good.
Right.
Because, like, he's the one person that seems like he can actually compete against SVG.
Yeah, I mean, the kid knows how to wheel a car. It's just his inexperience was definitely on display in the later laps of that race, I mean, and he was definitely pushing Ty Gibbs, and, I think had he not, locked up the tire too many times, I think he would have got around Ty Gibbs and would have made it a little bit harder for SVG to get to such a lead.
I think so too. I think he had at least the pace, but yeah.
So with that being said, Alex, what would you grade the race, sir?
D- for me. I mean, I'm not a road course guy, so like I probably should grade higher than what I think because it probably was better than I thought it was, but it just felt like nothing happened. Like it felt like they dropped a green flag and then 2 hours later they dropped a checkered flag.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of action going on. The real action was between the tent falling on the track and then Bubbles after the race with C. Bell. That was a little interesting. But that those were like the two highlights really.
Which I am curious to hear what happened because according to Freddie Kraft, that was not a confrontation. That was the legitimate conversation.
I mean, if it was not a confrontation, Bubbles needs to really simmer himself down.
Well, I think he was mad because Hocevar dumped him on the last lap, and I think he was just like had that pissed off look on his face.
And that may be, but
I don't know. I mean, I'm curious. I'm sure he'll talk
whenever
about
I'm
it on
having
BBC.
a conversation with somebody, I'm not flailing my arms around like I'm pissed off and ready to hit somebody.
Wonder if he was like ranting about Hocevar to Bell. That's what I'm curious about.
I mean, that's possible. I mean, because didn't Hocevar dump Josh Berry earlier in the race too?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Hurricane shows up once again in true Hurricane fashion, just leaving destruction in his path.
That's why I can't root for the guy. Like this is Carson Hocevar, and that's why I have no interest in him. I'm good.
Speaking of Hocevar, I know this isn't on the notes, but did you see the post about him in the late model and how he admitted they went the wrong way on adjustments on the car and setup, and just he flat out said they got their ass kicked.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny because like I heard he just sucked, but I didn't even catch the race. The shame is I didn't even know he was running, or I might have at least clicked.
So I knew he was running, but I couldn't find the race. Unfortunately, I tried looking for it all over the place, and I couldn't find it.
Well, your Dirt Vision app couldn't find the World of Outlaws race. So.
Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started.
I don't know what your app was. Mine was fine, and I hate the Dirt Vision app, and I still had no issue watching.
Yeah,
so.
it was showing me Utica. It was showing me Utica, even though the World of Outlaws weren't there. So I don't know what the issue was. But anyway, so
like we want to see that,
right?
Jeez.
Wait. So as far as me, again, I'm not a huge road course guy. I will say I like Watkins Glen just because it has so much history in the sport. I'm probably going to give it a C- because I do still think it was a snoozer.
And that's probably realistically where it is. I feel like I'm a solid grade level off on road courses just because I just don't like them.
I mean, again, at least it wasn't the Roval. The Roval, I liked the first year, and then it just progressively got worse every year after.
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree.
So now, did you see the absolute blunder NASCAR and Fox made with Cody Ware? I mean,
this is wild. This is a wild moment because what's sad is when I clicked the broadcast off, I had no idea this happened. I learned about this an hour later on Twitter.
So they showed a very quick glimpse of it, but like not enough to actually.
It was
draw
like,
any
he's
attention.
off the pace. Like that's all they said is he's off the pace.
Yeah, I mean, again, what are we doing? Why are we not having eyes the whole way around the track? I can remember a time at road courses when they used to have, a commentator at 5 and 6 different corners around the track just to keep eyes on everything.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, and it feels like it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Like I just don't. I mean, every team is required to have spotters all the way around the track so there's no blind spots.
Exactly.
But when it comes to NASCAR officiating, they're like, who cares? It's just safety and like controlling the race. But that was so bad. And you got a chance to see the replay.
I did.
Like
it was terrible.
How do you
didn't
not
know
call that?
what was going on
Yeah.
while it was happening? They showed a quick snippet of it, and then they just moved right along. Now, granted, I understand Cody Ware is usually at the back of the pack and, not worth commenting on, I'll say. But at the same time, whenever there's an issue on track, you still kind of need to know about it.
Well, and I mean, that car was toast.
Yeah.
Like, for anyone that hasn't seen the video, you got to look it up on Twitter. Like, it was a legitimate wreck. And then he ended up on the track with cars coming towards him, no caution.
Yeah. It
Like,
made no
what-
sense.
What are we doing? And then meanwhile, the broadcast is too busy distracted by a guy that's 8 seconds in the lead. Like, oh, thank God we didn't pull the camera away from that. We might have missed something, ? Like,
Yeah,
gosh, it's bad.
Oh, and
It was so bad.
Well, and last year we talked about it a lot, that there was a lot of just safety issues that NASCAR never highlighted. And we had our little tally back here in the back,
that's true.
about officiating issues. And here we are once again, no regard for safety for other drivers and teams, let alone the multi-millions of dollars that are putting into these rides. And we got someone basically blocking up the track that is a major safety hazard.
Yeah, I just don't know how you don't see that. And I'm gonna share some blame here for real quick because I was thinking about this. Like, Cody Ware, dude, you run 35th all race, every race, but somehow still manage to wreck your car with 10 laps to go every freaking week. Like,
It's pretty impressive, your level of commitment, buddy. Just saying.
Can we gain like 10% of racecraft? Like, I'm not even saying be good. I'm saying, hey, we suck today. Let's not bring out a caution with 10 laps to go. Like, that's what I'm asking of Cody Ware at this point.
I know it's Ware Racing and Daddy's the one signing the checks and everything like that, but maybe let's try to get somebody else in the car. I mean, soggy pasta would be a huge improvement in that.
Anybody would be a huge improvement. Like, good Lord.
And I'm not trying to rip on Anthony Alfredo. I'm just saying anybody would be an improvement because Cody, you just don't got it, son.
No, and it's they've got to get something figured out because as much as it's shame on NASCAR for like not paying attention to the end of the race. But shame on Cody for even having them in that situation yet again. Mm-hmm. Like, dude, he's the only car that is like a second off on speed. The rest of the field is within like 5/10 because that's where we're at with the next gen car.
Right.
Like, he's totally out to lunch. Like, him and Natalie Decker are on the same pace of like, if they're even on the lead lap, it's somehow a miracle. Just finish. Just freaking finish or park it. I don't care. Like, stop wrecking with 10 laps to go.
Just throwing this out there, Joey Logano had a major issue on track, lost his entire wheel, and was less of a hazard than Cody Ware was.
1,000%. And I don't even like Joey Logano, but you're 1,000% correct. Like,
on 3 wheels, was less of a hazard than Cody Ware. I mean, that's saying something in my mind.
They gotta get something figured out because you can't do this every week.
Cletus and won't let him run some of the big tracks, but yet Cody Ware's allowed out there.
So it's funny you bring that up because Freddie Kraft made a joke about being able to down-rate people's licenses. Mm-hmm. I'm game for the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, if you are the last caution 3 weeks in a row, you're not in the Cup Series.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm sorry, John Hunter Nemechek, because you're 100% in that conversation too.
No,
like
he
let's
shouldn't be in that ride.
No,
he's a joke.
He is a joke. So if you suck, just suck and not be part of the storyline.
Yep. That. Okay. You just said it perfect. If you suck, that's fine, but don't bring more attention to how bad you are at driving. Don't make it worse for yourself. I mean, I know they say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but dude, it's a bad look.
If you drive the 51 car in the NASCAR Cup Series, I can promise you there's bad publicity. I can make guaranteed because I've seen it.
So let's talk about something that was exciting to watch.
Anything else?
Let's talk about Xfinity. Sorry.
The Nopes.
Look it back.
The Nopes.
The Nopes series. My bad.
Should I censor that? Censor Xfinity?
Yeah, you might want to. Yeah, the Nope series. Let's talk about that. What a finish there. That was a barn burner of a finish.
Dude, I can't believe Love blew the last corner. Like he had to do was run conservative. I just, man.
Well, and then for Zilich to drive back up after ripping basically the front splitter off the car.
Yeah, that's true.
That was incredible. That was good wheeling on the car that was already out to lunch. That car was damaged and he still made it work.
It was super impressive, man. I'm telling you, I really like Connor Zilich. I'm excited to maybe get a cup car that rewards driver a little bit more.
That would be nice.
And less aero blocking, because Connor Zilich is the real deal. And I'm kind of excited to see his career progress. Mm-hmm. Like he's on it. And man, I felt so bad for Jesse Love. Like I legit felt bad for Jesse Love.
I did too, but you know what? I also commend Jesse Love for going, and he had a very somber kind of sad interview. I mean, he wasn't crying or anything like that. Don't take that the wrong way, but he was
close.
he was just beating himself up. But
yeah.
You know what? He rose to the occasion, and then he went over and gave Zilich a congratulations in victory lane.
He did, which is cool.
That's
really
a stand-up move.
Now he's a good dude. I'm starting to like Jesse Love more.
So do I. I hate who he drives for, but I really like him.
I will say, yeah, I do agree with that. What was really funny, I'm in the Here for Speed group chat for their invitational thingy, and the one guy commented and said something like, that Love has no justification to be upset. He stole a championship last year. And I laughed because that's actually a very valid point. Like, I wanted to be like, oh, you're an idiot, but I was like, no, you're on track. That's accurate. Like,
yeah, that was on point. That was on point.
It was pretty entertaining. I legit laughed out loud when I saw that one.
Ha, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there were victory lane safety precautions were taken.
Did you see this?
No, I missed it because I was at the dirt track doing.
Oh, that's right.
duties.
You were at Babs. Dude, so brilliant opportunity. So for those that forget, this is the race last year where Connor almost killed himself.
Where he gave himself a concussion.
Yeah,
knocked himself out cold
by slipping on the thing. So he rolls into victory lane. His PR person, the first thing they do, take the window net inside the car.
That's great.
Connor doesn't even try to get out of the window. He literally opens the hatch.
Oh,
he comes out of the hatch and like very calmly, like almost like an old man, just sits Indian style on the top of the car.
Fantastic.
It's so good. And then while he's doing that, Justin Marks obviously owns Trackhouse where he drives in the Cup Series. Justin Marks brings an RV couch pillow and throws it on the ground right outside the driver's door. Dude, I laughed so freaking hard. That entire exchange needs to be on highlight reels because that is one of the funniest things I think we're going to see all year.
That's amazing. See, now I'm sad that I didn't get a chance to see it live.
Remind me after we're done. I'll show you the clip.
Yeah.
I got the clip.
That's too funny.
It was just everybody remembered and everybody knew the moment and they owned it and they had fun with it. And I was like, yes, this is what we like. Give me more and more of this. And Justin Marks just standing on the side holding a freaking couch pillow will probably be one of the favorite pictures of Justin Marks I'll ever see in my life.
And that's the thing. I mean, allowing guys to actually rib each other and have a little fun.
Oh, for sure.
That goes a long way.
That's what we're supposed to be doing. Like I look in my professional world, like what I do professionally, which is the equivalent because these guys, this is their professional attitude. And like we have fun. So I like to see other people in other professions having fun. You know, there's time to buckle down. There's times to be serious, but like you just want a freaking race. Let's have some fun with it. And they had fun with it. And I'm like, that's what I want. That's the That's the attitude I'm looking for.
Definitely.
Give me more of that.
So speaking of Connor Zilic, I mean, prior to the win, what are your thoughts about the I don't want to call it an incident, but the pit road goings on between him and SVG?
It was a racing deal. Like, I get that. But it felt like Zilic was, like, awkwardly pinching SVG, and then SVG got that damage. So it was weird. And I don't think it was intentional. Like, I don't. It was a weird move to me, in my opinion.
I mean, so...
Have you gotten to see the replay of the... Okay.
I'm sorry, buddy.
I know.
Sorry.
It's all right. You got all the... When we get to BAPS, you got all the details.
I got all the details, and there's lots of them.
And there's some good ones from what I saw on the highlight reel. So,
but so I mean, I don't necessarily love people doing dirty and everything like that. And I'm not saying that Zilic did. Again, I didn't see the thing live or anything like that. However, there is something to be said about being defensive on pit road, and drivers have been doing it since the dawn of the sport.
Yeah, there's a lot of games happening on pit road.
Exactly.
For sure.
So, the fact that it resulted in a little bit of damage, that's the only spot where I'm like, dang, I wish that a little bit more care would have been taken. You know what I mean?
Oh, I agree. And the funny part is, I'm pretty sure he still came back to finish top 10, which is really impressive because, he finished 8th place. And, the car was decently jacked. I mean, decently jacked. And I did forget to put this on the notes, but I just saw his name and I want to give him a shout out. Dude, Brent freaking Cruz.
Yeah?
I thought was going to win this race at one point.
No kidding.
He was easily top 3. Like, if you looked at who was the top 3 on speed Saturday, I mean, no shock, it was SVG and Zilic. That's just assumed. We knew that before the weekend even started.
Yeah.
But Brent Cruz was like damn close.
That close.
And there was one part of the race where there was a pit strategy that went backwards, and it cost Zilic and SVG like 25 spots. And the first thing that popped in my head was, I think Brent Cruz just got his first win.
Okay.
But then there was like 47 cautions in a row, and that basically saved him.
Speaking of car getting jacked up, let's talk about Sheldon Creed.
Bro, launched.
Dude, that car was completely airborne. I saw the clip of that.
That was insane.
Dude, I mean, did he hit like some concrete there or what?
The grass is just so wet.
It
was just
wild.
The same reason all the campers were getting stuck. He's just that water. You hit it and your car just goes boink.
That was insane. How airborne that car.
That was like Texas infield level.
Yeah,
right?
That
was good.
Right.
And the sad part is, who put him in that situation?
Oh, fill me in, buddy.
Our boy.
Oh, come on, not the alligator.
And I mean, he owned it. Again, this is why I like Allgaier. There was never a question. He immediately came on the radio and he's like, I feel like crap. He got tight in the bus stop and just slid up and pushed the 00 off the track, and then phew, Boeing 737 launching out of the bus stop. Hey,
well, you know what? I think he got more airtime than Spirit Airlines is getting nowadays.
Oh gosh,
sorry.
He got more airtime than actual Rex on Sunday too.
Right.
Hey, Fox,
great.
you suck. Hey.
So P7 for Retzlaff.
Yeah.
I mean, good for the kid. I'm shocked, to be honest.
I know you're probably sick of me bringing him up, but I'm a little bit Retzlaff fan clubbing it right now. Every week he is showing up where that car should be.
Overperforming.
1,000%. And that's what's catching my attention.
I don't have any problem with the kid. I really don't. I think that he is definitely taking a huge step forward this season. I hope he can keep it going.
I just want to see him in victory lane, man. I'm gonna be hyped for him because he deserves it. Like, to me, he has earned his spot in the series in my book. Mm-hmm. You've got we talked about some of the drivers that, like, if their last name was different, they wouldn't have a ride.
Truth. And
then you look at Retzlaff, who last year took a massive step backward and still ran decent.
Mid-pack.
Yeah, exactly. In a car that honestly was not a mid-pack car. Mm-hmm. And then got this opportunity, and he is making
the most of it.
Exactly. And that's the stuff I like to see. Like, that is the stuff I will
agree.
always celebrate.
I like seeing the little guy get a shot and make the most of it.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Speaking of little guys that got a shot and are making the most of it, let's talk about Caden Honeycutt.
Let's freaking go!
The man, the myth, the legend.
Dude.
What did he go? 4-peat this weekend?
4 races in 48 hours.
Hot dang.
Less than that, technically.
What
but
a man on fire right now. And I've been singing Honeycutt's praises since last season when he stepped in for Stuart Friesen. I'm thrilled to see the kid make the most of it.
Oh
and
my
get the
gosh,
wins.
I'm so hyped, and to see his level of celebration on Friday,
dude, that was perfect.
The emotions, the everything. Give me
Yes.
every ounce of that. Just dish it out, baby.
Yes, I love it. I will admit I am a Honeycutt fan. I really am.
He's my number 2 in the truck series for sure. For sure.
I don't necessarily like the team he's driving for, but I like Honeycutt, so
Yeah.
I can still cheer for him.
Oh my gosh. And then he had his thing. He tweeted this like 4 weeks ago about like, when I win, I'm going into stands to shotgun a beer.
Well, he definitely shotgunned a beer. I saw that.
He did. And like, they wouldn't open the gate. I don't know what was going on. The track was being super weird. Like, there's this big moment that everyone's been building up, and then the NASCAR officials are just like, they're just like, what's a beer? I don't know. So one of the fans chucked one over the freaking fence. Caden caught it and just boom, right on national TV. It was awesome.
That's great. So
That's perfect.
I don't know if you know this, but in beer commercials, they're not actually allowed to show anybody drinking beer in beer commercials.
You know, I didn't know that until the Shane Gillis Busch Light ad. So
Yeah.
props to Shane Gillis. That's the only reason I know that.
So I just wonder if it had something to do with that. I mean,
maybe.
I don't know.
But it's like, man, what a cool moment. Like,
yes. Why couldn't you let the fans have that?
We
know?
like personalities. We like these big moments. Just let the freaking moment happen.
Yeah, and
you
the
know,
kid was so close so many times before, and had several of them snookered from him at the very end.
I know.
I mean, he had what, 3 or 4 second place finishes where he was right in the running,
something like that. I think there was at least 2 races he got passed on the last lap. I'm pretty sure.
So I was thrilled for Honeycutt. Happy to see it. You keep it up, boy. You got this.
Telling you what, dude. I mean, you saw he broke open that whatever. You know, he crossed that threshold, and then he won 2 races the next day.
Yeah.
For Cars Tour. Now, granted, I mean, his track record in Cars Tour is
I think
phenomenal.
it was a weight
but
off
still,
his shoulder. I mean, he finally got that chip off, and now he's like, just letting it flow.
You see it all the time when guys pop one off. It's short after they start going more.
The same thing with Alligator. That first championship. Once he got that championship, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
He might have this year's locked in next week. I don't know. Like, it's 160 point or 140 point lead right now.
Something
I mean,
like
he's
that.
smoking them.
I'm all for it. All for it.
Oh,
Sorry,
come on, baby.
Didn't mean to go back to the Nope series. Yeah,
Listen, you never have to apologize about Allgaier love. We are all for that on this podcast.
So let's talk about some restart violations. Some reinstatement of restart violations, and some people that I don't want to say got penalized, but definitely had some mishappenings.
It was kind of shocking, and I thought what was cool was Chastain like totally owned it, like he never questioned it, and I mean Chastain was in the wrong, but like there was some confusion on like where the restart zone was.
So
apparently.
I don't understand. They got the line across the track, and
Right.
he definitely launched probably 2 car lengths before the line.
For sure.
So,
Yeah, I agree.
And I agree. Chastain did own it, and it was clear as day. So it was a non controversial call. However, it's one of those things where you see guys brake check in the field and they don't get penalized. So I don't know. I feel like
It's weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know. I don't necessarily like the officiating of it, because there's been times where you've literally seen people brake check the field. Everybody starts checking up and running into the back of the cars in front of them just for the leader to get out the same distance that Chastain was.
So correct me on this, because you probably know better than me, but in the world of dirt, I think it's fairly open-ended where like the leader just does what they want.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, you're supposed to maintain speed under the caution set by the pace vehicle.
Sure, which
pace
makes
truck,
sense.
pace
Yeah,
car,
yeah.
whatever. Now, whenever it comes to the line, I mean, the leader of the race is supposed to be the one that fires off first, regardless of whether they choose the inside or the outside. The leader of the race prior to the restart should be the one to fire off first.
Like if Chase Dietz launches early, like 3 feet before the white line or whatever, is that a penalty?
That's all the discretion of the flagman.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to say that there have been games played, but
I'm sure there is. I have no doubt.
Someone
Yeah.
in the 358 ranks and previously before that in the super sportsman ranks, take face Frankie Herr used to play a lot of games on.
I thought you were going to be vague for a second, but even though we all knew who you were talking about.
Yeah, used to play a lot of games under cautions where he'd lay back a car length and a half and then get a run to the restart, and then he'd have a whole head of steam to him, and nobody would call him on it. You know, they just let it go. So,
or you wreck people after the checkered flag, you know, whatever suits your needs that week.
Yeah, but I will say, I don't think Kenny is his most hated Edkin right now. But we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay, I'm excited to hear those stories.
Yeah.
I just thought it was odd because in my head, as long as the leader fires first, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But, I mean, obviously, they do officiate that restart zone pretty tight. So I guess I knew it, but I just assumed there was enough of a gray area.
Yeah,
where,
I mean,
like Chastain launching a couple car lengths early was like, but apparently they're officiating that pretty tight.
Yeah, so again, once again, we're talking about NASCAR and officiating things consistently. Because sometimes you see guys go like dead nuts on the money, and then there's other times where you see them stacking up the field and they don't call nothing. So, I mean, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it.
It's probably the right call. Like, I thought about it, and I was like, they probably need to do it. Because if you don't call it, it's going to get worse.
He was clear of second place, and he was definitely out to a lead. So I don't hate that they called it back or called him on it for the penalty. I just wish that they would also penalize people who brake check the field and stack everybody up.
Well, 100%, and there is that, and I've heard other drivers talk about that where they're like they never penalize that crap, but it causes more of an issue.
And I think that's as big an issue, if not larger, than just because when you stack up the field like that, people are damaging their cars and running into the back of each other, and now that screws up them the rest of the race because their aerodynamics are shot. You know what I'm saying?
I mean that's Joey Logano bullcrap right there in my head.
Dennis Hamlin does it too.
Well, you're not wrong.
You know, but so as much as I hate to bring this up, Lane Riggs, our boy in the Truck Series, he has just not been on it this year. I don't know what the deal is. You know, he did get turned, and I don't know if it was necessarily his fault or the other driver's fault, but I feel like he's lost a step this year.
It's so weird because like they've been good, but then when they're not good,
but they're not getting the finishes.
They're for sure not. I mean, the execution, there's issues, and I don't know. Like I even watched the replay before this again, and the wreck with him and SVG, I think, was 50% both parties.
Agreed. I think it was a racing deal. I don't necessarily think it was egregious on one person.
I would agree with that. Like, because Lane kind of comes down, but he also doesn't come all the way down. But SVG also like definitely comes up half a lane. So it's probably no one's fault.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just I like Lane Riggs. He's the truck that I root for the most in the Truck Series. You know, probably him and then Ty Majeski after that, I would say. But I'm sad to see the 34 truck not doing better this season.
Yeah, I mean, there's still time. I think Lane's going to get it. They have the best intermediate speed I think I've ever seen out of that team, which is really cool because that was always their big struggle. So now it's just clean it up. You know, they just got to clean up. They got to get that execution a little more solid. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I mean, I agree with you. There is still time, but it feels like they are just way out in left field in my opinion. You know,
I'd have to look at some stats. I don't think they're terribly far off. They're just like 10% off.
You know, it'd be nice if our stats guy was actually here, Mitchell. Oh. You know, anytime we need
David.
stats, he's the one that pulls them up.
I thought David. Oh, that's true. David's a lot. Well, it depends what week it is.
That's fair.
Which shout out David before we forget.
Oh yeah,
champs, the freaking
Props
champs. Him and his daughter.
Buddy.
Yeah,
you and the team.
They're partying down last night. Him and his daughters. You know.
Yeah, I mean, won the 12 youth 12
whatever the title is. I don't know what these things are.
You know, for that tournament. David said that he did a full on baseball belly flop slide in the mud and rain to celebrate. It was.
I am disappointed. There's no video evidence.
Yeah,
allegedly
I'm a
little
little disappointed too. But I do 100% see him doing that.
Oh, I mean, without question, yeah. We had the video of him yelling at the ref, so I was really hoping we had the video of him belly flopping.
Right.
But allegedly, that's gone. So stupid camera.
But kudos to you and the team. You know, good job, girls. That was a heck of a win. So that was real good.
Now, good for them. Obviously, we're not pulling that off. So
No,
yeah.
definitely not.
Although, so my wife and I have started running in the morning again because we're trying to get a little bit healthier.
Okay.
And man, I feel better. Like it's kind of exciting.
That's
So,
good.
You know,
I'm proud of you, buddy.
appreciate it.
I wish I had the discipline.
I don't look any better right now, but I'm hoping maybe in a month you look over and you're like, damn.
Well, I mean, I say that anyhow. Let's be real.
Hey, now we talking. Sorry, we're gonna be sharing a camper in a week and a half. So.
That's right.
Hey.
Once you go to bed, no saying what might happen.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
That's right.
Hey.
So no ARCA this week. They had the week off.
They were at Watkins Glen. I just forgot to put notes.
Oh,
So,
did you? Okay.
Honeycutt won it. So congrats.
Oh, that's
to,
right,
Good
that's
job,
right.
Honeycutt. Good
Yes.
job. That was one of the 4 races that he won this weekend.
Sorry, I was just reading the notes that,
I
that
know,
our
it's my
producer
fault.
put up there.
Your producer set you up for failure. Your producer also did this 10 minutes before the show started.
The producer also set me up for failure last time I hosted, and we talked about Brent Cruz for 20 minutes, and he wasn't even
Dude.
the one we were referring to.
This is the dumbest thing. I'm never going to screw up Landon Lewis's name ever again. Like, that was the dumbest thing I've ever done.
It's all right. We all have moments
Well,
like that,
not
buddy.
ever done, but maybe on the podcast.
But yeah, so ARCA, Caden Honeycutt, props to you, my friend. That's
Love
good.
it. I'll be honest, I did not watch the race. It was at like 1 o'clock on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Most people aren't even out of work yet.
And it's a Friday and I'm self-employed. So a lot of times, like when they have these midday races, like I can fudge it and make it work. Friday, dude, my schedule was so jam-packed. There was a 0% chance. I basically turned it on at the end and went, oh, Honeycutt won.
Nice. Hey.
So, sorry, I saw none of it because it was at 1:30 in the afternoon. But,
again, kudos to Honeycutt. And again, that's 2 of the 4 wins he got this weekend.
yeah, and props to, what's that punk in the 18 car? Max Reeves or whatever?
Something like that.
He sucked yet again. So congratulations, Max Reeves.
Yeah, best equipment out there,
Yep.
and still can't get it done.
You're in a car that has more funding than the rest of the field combined, and you still lose. So congrats. Way to go.
So,
Yeah.
Alex, hit me with the rumors and news. News and
Yeah,
rumors.
so this is a wild one, and this is we actually had a little bit of a controversial conversation about this in our rap group chat. I think it was our rap group chat. So Priest was handed out a penalty for his actions at Texas when he basically like had his rant about Ty Gibbs and then cleaned out Ty Gibbs.
Yeah.
And so following the weekend, he was handed a pretty stiff penalty from NASCAR. Kyle Busch was handed nothing for
Doing the exact same thing.
like question mark.
Yeah.
And Mitch's argument is we need to protect the drivers, and it's a hard hit, and they're going too fast. And I understand the validity of that. To me, it was not a super egregious hit. Now, when they're right hooking drivers, like
That's
we had,
different.
yeah, we had the issue with like Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott years ago, and
Yep.
obviously Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson.
Yep.
I'm all good on those penalties and those suspensions. Like I think there is a safety line that was crossed
Mm-hmm.
that NASCAR needs to step in. Priest literally spun Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, I don't see a downside with it. I think Kyle Busch is equally guilty. If Priest was going to get a penalty, Kyle Busch should be getting the same penalty.
And that's the problem. And then to me, I get
Did
irritated.
we talk about the SMT data that NASCAR based it off of?
Yeah, which
Is garbage.
it's garbage. I mean, I appreciate their justification.
NASCAR
but
said that the SMT data for the Kyle Busch incident with John Hunter Nemechek showed that Kyle Busch was supposedly still turning left at that point.
I don't think
I'm
so,
calling
but I
BS.
appreciate the optimism.
I'm calling BS.
I think they were trying to cover their butt. But here's my big beef is we say all the time that we want driver personalities. They had this whole a DAP program that they're trying to get drivers out more for people to see them, to get to know them. We spend money on this Netflix show. We spend money on this Prime Video series. All this effort to show emotion, to show personality, to
Just
show
to
like heat of the
penalize it
moment.
and
And then
punish it.
Ryan Preece has a genuine NASCAR driver moment. If you look through the history of what NASCAR drivers do, boom, what Ryan Preece did to Ty Gibbs is like the definition of what a pissed off NASCAR driver
Well, yeah,
does.
and
They penalize him.
Well, and it's no different than what Earnhardt Sr. did to how many numerous drivers.
1,000%.
You know?
1,000%.
I don't like it. It's a bad look, NASCAR. Either
It's stupid.
You want to see
Stupid.
the personalities or you don't. Plain and simple.
Well, and it's the same with the Ricky Stenhouse, Kyle Busch thing from Wilkes-Barre 2 years ago, where, they find the guy $75,000 and then they run it on loop for the ad promotion for the next 2
Exactly.
years. Like, you can't
It makes
have
no
both
sense.
of those be true. And I guarantee for the Texas race, the next time we see an ad promo, I would put money on the fact you're going to see a clip of Ryan Preece spinning Ty Gibbs.
Oh, I
without
agree
doubt,
with you. 10,000%.
And there might even be an audio clip of his rant on the radio on an advertisement, and you can't have that. And it's so dumb. You can't penalize drivers for being drivers and then say, oh, we want drivers to act like drivers. No, if you want this cookie cutter F1 bullcrap, this is what you're going to get.
Yeah.
This was a massive L by NASCAR, and I hope that RFK wins the appeal.
Agreed.
That's my point.
Agreed. 10,000%. So speaking of good news, though, this is news from the end of last week. Ryan Blaney, long-term extension with Penske. Happy to see it. Love it. He is definitely the premier driver for that team.
Yes, I agree.
I thought you'd be more excited about this, buddy.
I
know you're distracted. I'm calling you out. I'm sorry.
You're good. I was reading a text from Mitch. No, and I heard you, and it was so funny because you know how the media tries to make everything a bigger story than what it really is.
I'll admit I saw it whenever he was on Dale Jr.'s podcast,
which was fun. Dale Jr. did such a good job.
Yes, he did.
And so did he was on Corey LaJoie's podcast.
Okay.
Fantastic. It was so good. I feel like we're seeing Blaney again. We're not seeing Roger Penske Jr.
That's fair.
The Blaney this week on Corey's podcast as well as Dale's podcast reminded me of the Ryan Blaney that I became a huge fan of during Stacking Pennies Day, or not Stacking Pennies, Glass Case of Emotion days. Mm-hmm. So that was cool. That was really cool.
Definitely.
But what was funny for me is you know how the media hypes everything up that is not even an issue.
And they were even playing into it will he stay? Will he leave?
They're
Where's he
Ryan
going?
Blaney's a free agent. I'm yeah, he's the only competitive car at Penske.
Right.
He's fine. There was not 1% of me that thought he wasn't getting a long-term contract. But it is cool to be done. And I'm happy to see him. And I know his pit crew sucks from time to time. But
time to time? Oh,
I
you're
know.
generous. You're generous.
You know what? Week in, week out, that 12 car shows up to the track with top 10 speed.
Yes.
So for a guy that is rooting for your favorite driver to succeed, how in the world can I be upset about that? I'm so excited to see him in the 12 car going on. Plus, I don't have to buy new merch. I have so much 12 merch. We're good.
That's fantastic.
Right there and there and there and there. Yeah.
Yeah. All the merch.
All the merch.
Over. Yep. So I see Verstappen to the Project 91 car.
This is interesting. So there is rumors circulating that Max Verstappen's going to be in the Project 91 car later this year, assuming at a road course. Mm-hmm. And this weekend, after obviously some Trackhouse success, Stillish won on Saturday and SVG murdered everybody on Sunday. Justin Marks in the media center, someone asked him about this, and he said, "I will just tell you, don't forget about the Project 91 car."
Okay.
So
Wasn't that the car that they took to Le Mans, or am I mistaken?
That's the Garage 24. That was the Hendrick NASCAR thing.
Got it.
No, the Project 91 car is how SVG came to NASCAR originally.
Oh,
that meant when he killed everybody on the first race at Chicago, that was the Project 91 car.
Got it.
So,
okay.
And then what happened is freaking Trackhouse got so many top tier drivers in such a short amount of time. They kind of had to kill the program because they couldn't afford to bring any other talents into the sport. And
fantastic.
I guess now they're figured why not, but because I don't follow F1 closely at all, but Max Verstappen's not happy in F1 at all. Mm-hmm. This new car.
That's well known across all media platforms, and I don't even follow F1, and I know about this.
F1's going through their next gen Cup car era right now,
right?
With garbage car design. So there is a lot of rumors saying Verstappen's going to be running a Project 91 car, which is going to be very interesting. So I'll be curious to follow it.
Yeah. So how about you? Since you do have some statistics up, how about you give me the breakdown of Texas last week with the viewership and everything?
I talked about it at the top of the show, and I hate it. But once again, Cup was down, Nopes was up, and Trucks were up. Trucks were up 22% last week, which good for them. The Trucks race to Texas was a freaking banger.
Yes, it was.
So good.
Yes, it was.
So good. Nopes was up 11%. Again, phenomenal race, big shocker. And Cup was down 11%. And you're always going to see the results in your viewership after your previous whatever. Mm-hmm. The previous Texas is what dictates this year's Texas.
Yep.
Last week's race dictates this week's race, and I mean, we talked about it before. The Cup Series is consistently the worst race of the weekend, and you're not going to see this change. The car's got to go. The car's got to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think Steve O'Donnell, now that you are the CEO, now's the perfect time to make a splash. You know, and
I have cautious faith in him. I actually don't hate Steve O.D. I think he's got a shot to do something good.
Yeah, I mean, how do I want to put this? I'm kind of waiting for him to do something to make a mark, to change the needle, move the trajectory of the way that the Cup Series is going.
Yeah.
You know,
I think you need to. I think you need more than a hell yeah ad campaign. I feel like you actually have to do something. And
you got to back it up.
Yeah. And they've done a couple things. Like, I want to give credit where it's due. But I think the problem is your race product has to be good. And it's just not good right now. I mean, Cup is good maybe 20% of the time. Mm-hmm. What do you think? Give me your stat.
Honestly, I think that's generous.
Yikes,
because of all the aero blocking and the non-racing that happens.
Right.
Like, if you have a good pit crew and you get out front, it's pretty much your race to lose.
I mean, it's wild. Somebody put on Twitter yesterday, they said, I am so sick of talking about track position. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's me, bro. Yeah. I feel your heart, you know? Like again, watching, we're about to hit it, sorry. But watching the World of Outlaws this week in the local Pennsylvania races, and I had the realization that we have more passing in a 30-lap dirt race most times than we do in a 3-hour Cup race.
Yeah.
Like you'll watch a guy that starts 8th and he'll finish the stage in 5th, and it's like a big deal. It's like, oh man, over that 85-lap run, we managed to get up to 5th place, and it's a big deal. And then you watch dirt track where they have 30 freaking laps and a guy can move up 10 spots. It's like the Cup Series just needs something, man.
I mean, speaking of that, BJ running out of the Team Edkin race shop, he jumped up 8 positions in the Super Sportsman this week from his starting position to his finish.
Boy, come on, man!
Right, up 8 positions. Give that man the biggest mover award. Let's go.
I'll give him all the accolades. He just did a bunch of work on my car, and it's running great. That's
good.
Not only a good race car driver, great mechanic during the week. Good dude. So
let's talk about the World of Outlaws. If Mitchie was here, he'd be literally salivating and creaming himself right now.
Oh my gosh. It was, I don't know if you're not on social media, but like every Friday they post the It's Casey Kane Friday, effing Friday or whatever. Mm-hmm. And we actually had Casey Kane Friday this week.
Yeah. Would they say that was his first World of Outlaws win and his first win at the local tracks in 25 years, something like that?
I think it was his first Outlaw win ever, which is kind of wild. Like,
and then first win at that track in like 20 years or something like that.
I just assumed he had an Outlaw win. I was kind of shocked that was his first.
Yeah, I mean, love to see it. Again, what fountain of youth has Casey Kane found? And dude, can you let us in on it? Because both of us are looking really gray, and I mean,
the beard's
Casey
really
Kane
bad
still looks
right
like
now.
a stud.
I mean, he hasn't aged.
No,
like I don't know.
Bit.
I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I'm thrilled for him. I always liked Casey Kane back in the day, and I've said it this many times before. I don't think he ever got a, per se, good opportunity in the Cup Series, because at that time, Evernham was going by the wayside. They put all their funds behind Bill Elliott, and he retired. And, I've always wanted Casey Kane to be successful, and it just never kind of came to fruition. But I'm thrilled to see him get the win behind the wheel at the local dirt track.
And breaking news, the 39M is fast at Williams Grove.
Right. Right.
That Macri car is good, dude. That's a fast freaking car.
Of all of the drivers that are out there that they had to choose from, good on them for giving Casey Kane the call.
That was cool. And I didn't realize, so the current car chief for Anthony Macri is Casey Kane's old car chief.
I didn't realize that either.
So
no
that's how he got the nod. There's a tight relationship with that team already. So
that's pretty cool.
Which makes sense, because I saw someone in an interview. They're like, "Man, like how hard is this to step in a new team and adapt?" And he's like, "Pretty easy, because like the guy that I raced with for years is here,
right there."
And by the way, breaking news: the 39M is fast.
I mean, lights out fast too to boot, because he almost went back to back 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, well, when I saw him starting first the second night, I was like, crap, he might actually pull this off. But the track seemed a lot wider on the second night because there was a lot more passing. Mm-hmm. Like fast cars could make moves on Saturday, whereas Friday you could, but it was But Saturday I thought the track was a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I love me some dirt track racing, especially when you can pass. And I saw I don't want to say a meme. It was a reels or clip, something from one of the social
Insta
medias.
snaps.
Yeah, and
Mr. Boomer over here
basically had this guy talking about dirt track racing around the country, and he's like, I hate to admit it, but Pennsylvania's got the best dirt track racers out there.
Well, and the best tracks, dude. I mean, our tracks are good. I mean, the Williams Grove is hit and miss, but
it's better. It's been better this season.
It has been a lot better this season. They've done pretty well.
Out of the past 20 years, the Grove hasn't been crap, but this season, whatever they're doing different, keep it up.
And last year might have been the worst, so it was good. I'm glad to see them move in the right direction. I loved. So the Outlaws were at Lincoln on Tuesday night.
Okay.
I loved that race so much. It was such a technical track where it wasn't just like hammer down and see what happens. I mean, there was so much like in the driver's
Moving and
hands.
jockeying for position.
Gosh, it was good. The only downside to the Tuesday night race at Lincoln is they kept wrecking. So lap traffic was only in effect for like 2 laps the entire race, which made the battle for the front so good. Like the battle for the front was getting so freaking good, and then someone wrecked, and then there was like 5 or 6 cautions right in a row.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because the battle for the win kind of ended up being
Yeah.
at the end. Buddy Kofoid won it, which is like Buddy Kofoid to me is like Austin Hill.
That's funny.
Because Austin Hill is the quintessential, like he hates getting raced how he races everybody else.
And Buddy Kofoid
that's
is
Buddy
similar.
freaking Kofoid, 100%. And I'll die on that hill. But it was so good. Like Lincoln was so fun to watch because it was so racy. It was so technical. Danny Dietrich, save of the year for 410s. The 18
Hodenshield, yeah.
just ate it right in front of him, and it was one of those where how when you're watching a wreck, your brain can process thoughts really quickly.
Yes.
And it was so he wrecked, and the 48 is here, and in my head I go, Danny's done. He didn't hit him. And I still have no idea how Danny did not hit Sheldon and also not wreck the car, but it's pretty freaking impressive.
That is impressive. That is crazy. It's wild when you see these drivers with their just reflexes on point like that,
Oh, dude, I would have been wrecked. I would have had that car buried in the side of Sheldon.
Yeah, probably.
Game over. Not even...
You and me both.
Oh, so it was really
let's
impressive.
talk about something that happened at the local dirt track that was pretty exciting. So Cole Macedo and Freddie Raymer, they had an on-track incident. Now, did you have any takes on this?
I got to hear all about this. I think Cole Macedo's been spending too much time with his brother because that's the same bull crap that Carson Macedo pulls every freaking week. So
I will 10,000% say that there was no way Cole was making that corner. I mean, he was so far buried down on the inside. He was going to wash across the track no matter who was there. It's just Freddie Raymer just happened to be the unlucky recipient. And I will say, Freddie was coming down the track, but
sure,
as is right, he was on the outside arcing the corner. Now, I will say that the whole swinging the helmet and potential assault, that's uncalled for.
I was okay with it. Give me the drama, baby. It doesn't affect me. The problem to me, I mean, Cole Macedo had a 0% chance of making that corner. Exactly 0% chance of making that corner.
You know who it reminded me of? It reminded me of Gutshaw week 2 at BAPS with Kenny.
And honestly, his response was on target because they interviewed him and he's like, I don't know what's wrong with him. He's got little man syndrome. And
I will say that was funny.
I'm like, dude, you just bowled into him in the corner. He's going to be pissed. You just, and I don't even like Freddie Raymer. I'm a Danny Dietrich fan, but gosh, it was such a bad move. But
it was. There was no way he was making that corner. I mean, if there wouldn't have been any cars there, I still don't think he was making the corner because I think he was going straight to the fence.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bad move by Cole Macedo.
Yeah.
And then the crazy part, so Raymer got immediately DQ'd.
Yes.
Which
But only for that race.
Yeah. I felt like that was a little egregious, but like maybe not. To me, it was so quick. I was like, come on. Like he just got bowled into by another driver.
I mean, I understand being pissed off that you just got taken out by somebody who was driving clearly over their head. However, I do find a little bit of issue with him using his helmet as a weapon and like just swinging it for the fences.
You're probably right. I maybe was a little team chaos on that. And I was like, nah, put them in the freaking B main next to each other. Like that's what I'm talking about. Freaking,
Well, I mean, that's what Babs did.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Man.
Oh, yeah. Babs started, Gutshaw right behind Kenny that week. And Kenny drove all the way to second. And where'd Gutshaw finish?
Last.
Piss Jones. Yep.
Bye-bye.
But yeah, so I mean, it definitely made for a lot of headlines, made for an interesting night watching that. I'll be curious to see how that plays out next time they're on the track together.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of wild. I mean, hopefully something. I mean, let's make it interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Outlaws come into the area a lot. There's plenty of opportunity.
I feel like in the past 2 years they're coming to the area more than they had in years previous. What do you think?
I'm still new-ish to the dirt world, so my opinion's probably not good because I'm only.
Well, you know what? I didn't ask your. I don't want your opinion now.
I'm only like 4 years into it, so like that's.
Yeah.
I say bring up more. I love it. I mean, unfortunately, we did not have a great posse weekend.
No, we didn't. But I do love the rivalry.
Yeah,
I really do.
If we could have gotten a little more dirty air on the leader at Lincoln, Dietz was going to win that. Dietz started 10th or something because he jacked up the dash at Lincoln, which was his fault, but he jacked it up, and I think he finished second or third. And he was freaking fast. If we could have gotten a little more dirty air on the leaders to slow down Buddy a little bit,
yeah,
I think Dietz might have been able to pull it off Tuesday night, which would have been really
fun. It would
fun.
have definitely been close, I think.
And Double D was fast too. He looked really good Tuesday night. That was cool. And he qualified. So funny. Jordan Goodling, my buddy, him and I obviously watched a lot of the sprint cars together. He texted me and he said, "What the hell's wrong with Double D?" And I thought he wrecked. Mm-hmm. It was because he set quick time. Because he's like, Danny Dietrich never qualifies well. Like, what the hell is he doing setting quick time? And I was like, that's actually a valid point.
That's great. Hey, speaking of setting quick time, Johnny Rocket set quick time at BAPS on Saturday night.
No kid, good for him, man.
Johnny was just fast during the hot lap qualifying session. And it was funny. It was Johnny, Dellinger, Kenny, on deck, Adam. Adam was fifth fast out of all the cars that showed up.
Holy crap, they showed up.
Yes, they did. Now, BJ, he did not qualify so hot. He was like 15th or 16th. Okay. He was back there a good ways. But
he did finish well, again, apparently.
He passed 8 cars to get up into the top 7. All 4 of the cars out of the shop, top 7. And I got to say, Johnny and Kenny were racing door to door for quite a few laps before Kenny finally got around him. And it was nail biting because Kenny would try to slide him and dive down deep and lose a little momentum. And Johnny was powering it up on the high side, and it was making for some real good racing. That's really was.
Cool. So they must have some real good cheats in the car, is what you're saying. They got them suckers. Got them suckers cheated up, boys.
Right. Hey, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
That's right.
There's
no such thing as a legal race car unless you're Cody Ware.
That's great. So what I had kind of teased or queued up earlier. So I don't think face Frankie Herr hates Kenny the most out of the Edkin crew. I think his current hatred is directed at Adam. So. Well, I don't know.
The heck did Adam do?
So I don't know if it was lap 1 or if it was lap 2, but it was right at the beginning of the race. I think it was lap 1. Adam drove it in there, and he didn't realize that. I'll censor myself. Frankie was there, and basically stuffed Frankie into the inside wall. Frankie's left front.
Oh shoot!
Frankie's left front wheel was busted to hell and back. They had to drag him off, and he was done for the night.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy,
right? That's what I'm saying. Good job, Adam. Keep it up.
Keep doing unintentionally. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a good race at BAPS this weekend. It really was. It was a start 'em all feature, and it was definitely some good racing. Plus, they had the carnival there, which was a nice added little bonus for some sweet treats and some good food. But yeah, BAPS. I tell you what, that track was nice. It was. I want to say kind of like a dry slick, which was surprising for the rain that we had leading up to it.
That is kind of surprising. We had a lot of rain.
I guess they went out there and sealed the track because the track was dry slick. It was pretty good.
Wow.
And Kenny punched number 3 in a row. That's
it's phenomenal.
If this was bowling, that'd be a turkey. But yeah, 3 wins in a row by Kenny Edkin at BAPS in the Super Sportsman.
Gosh, get that dud out of the 88 and everything looks up after that.
That's right. Hey, speaking of the Edkin crew, looking at taking the 410 sprint cars out this coming Sunday at BAPS Speedway. So if you're not doing anything, come on out, support the crew.
It'd be fun. Me and a buddy are going to be coming out on June 28th because the Sportsmans and the 410s are both running.
Oh, nice.
So we'll be out that. I would assume the Edkins will all be running Sportsmans that day.
Yeah, they'll all be running Sportsmans probably.
But we're going to come out. I have a buddy that he's been bugging me for a while about going to a sprint car race. And I was like, hold on. I pulled up my phone and I was like, I was scrolling through BAP's schedules looking for the next 410 Sportsman show, and I was like, June 28th, how about that? He goes, yeah, that'd be fun. All right, mark it down. So
nice.
We'll be there for that one.
Very nice. Very nice.
I got permission ahead of time, so we're good to go.
Oh, see, look at you thinking ahead. That's good, buddy.
Know.
That's good.
I mean, I would be at every race if it was just up to me. But,
That's fair. So, what was your race of the weekend, sir?
Oh, man. I've really enjoyed. This was a big sprint car weekend for me, honestly.
Okay.
I really enjoyed watching a lot of the sprint car stuff. I'll give it to Lincoln. Lincoln was fun, man. I had a good time Tuesday night watching that race. So I'm gonna give it to that one. What do you think there?
So I mean the Xfinity race. While I was not able to watch it live and in person,
NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
Nope, series. NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Yeah, I the highlights that I saw from that race looked like it was a lights out burn burner.
It was good,
But I can never go away from the dirt track racing. It seems so. While the Nope series is right there, I'm putting Kenny winning at BAPS as just a little bit above it.
That's fair. Nopes was good. Nopes was really good. Big shocker. Like, that's the hard part is, like, we have this every week. So it's like...
So talk to me. Tell me about the Racing Addicts Podcast Fantasy League. I know I did not do well this week.
No, apparently I didn't either.
Mitchie actually beat Stacking Excuses for once, which never happens.
Never happens. So Stacking Excuses finished 8th this week.
Dang.
Behind me, even. I finished 7th. Stacking Excuses behind me. Mopar Mitch got P1 ahead of Right Turn and Off-Brand Iced Tea. Congratulations to all of them. Our overall points...
Oh, I'm doing bad.
Yeah. Our overall points, Stacking Excuses is still winning. Now, that did tighten up a little bit, so Mopar Mitch is in P2. Mitch going to make a good run of this. I'm anxious to see what he can pull off. Off-Brand Iced Tea back up to 3rd after a pretty good week. I'm still in 5th. Hey Burglar in 6th. I don't know where the hell you are. What are you again?
I'm Checkers or Wreckers.
I knew that. You're in 7th.
Yeah, not so hot. But I think I'm still above David, aren't I?
Yes. David is a couple behind you in 10th.
Nice.
Of 11. So, not good. Not good for David.
We'll give him the write-off because he is a coach for softball league.
That's fair. All my fantasies sucked this weekend. It was a bad weekend for me.
So, moving on to our points.
Yeah, and actually
Someone
I have...
got the dub this
man.
week, SVG. So I am not in last place now. I am not the participation trophy currently.
About freaking time. Good Lord.
So
it's actually our points are getting...
We still have Alex
tight.
in first at 27 points. Mitchie is drawing in very close at 26 points.
1 point behind.
I have now taken over third at 21 points. And David is bringing up the rear with 18 points.
I'm kicking myself. I really thought... when you picked SVG, I was like, all right, we're all battling for second.
Yes.
And I thought Zillish would be that guy, and not meant to be, I guess. So we're gonna do something a little different for Dover.
Oh snap!
And this is actually what I was texting about whenever you said I wasn't paying attention, which is accurate.
Well, I haven't actually looked at the phone, so I don't know what was being discussed.
So this is the All-Star Race weekend. So what's interesting with our picks for this coming weekend is obviously we don't know if the guy we pick is going to make the race because we're not afforded that yet. And it is All-Star, so we figured I came up with this on the spot. So because they are not awarding points this weekend, we're still going to pick.
Okay.
But you can pick anyone you want.
Oh, okay.
So because they both picked people that they picked anyone they wanted. So the whole board is wide open. So what we're going to do, and just because we're completely jacking up this week, we're going to let David and Mitch go first because they both texted me their picks already. So
okay. I was going to say because it looks like by the points you should actually be picking first this week.
I'm gonna let it slide just because we're making all this up as we go along.
Making it up on the fly, folks.
Because I just rewrote the rules for this weekend being the All-Star race as we were just saying it. So David is going to go with Dennis
5-knuckle shuffle
Hamlin. Bing, 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 bing. And actually probably a pretty solid pick.
Yeah.
Mitchell is going to take Christopher Bell in the number 20 car.
Oh.
Pretty solid pick. I think that's good.
Very nice.
I'm telling you, I'm just shooting. I'm shooting for the grandstands or whatever. I'm gonna go something wild here that I never thought I would do. Alex Bowman.
Really?
His track record here is phenomenal.
Well, I mean, Bowman did finish third in July at this race last year. Well, not this race.
I'm taking the 48, baby. I think Alex Bowman's got something to prove. Let's make it happen.
I am going to go with Briscoe. I think he's going to break out.
That's a solid pick too. Yeah.
I'm going with Briscoe.
It feels like a Toyota weekend, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
I'm so sick of these freaking Toyota weekends.
Right?
I hate them.
Not one of the big three. Get out of here.
I'm waiting.
Bring back the Mopars.
I need Ford to not suck again. That would be great.
It would be nice if Ford would stop sucking.
That would really make me smile.
Yeah.
And then after Dover, we are
Charlotte bound, baby.
It's gonna be a fun weekend. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be good.
So stoked. And I do have an inside track on some eggs from the Edkin Farmstead.
Nice. We'll be that's probably the one meal we're gonna cook at the campers breakfast. I'm looking forward to it. To have the
I think I did pretty good with breakfast when we went out last time.
I liked it. I think last time we each took a turn making breakfast, and that I thought worked out really well. So we're probably gonna do that again.
I think I made breakfast every day.
Or it was like you and me. Maybe it was just you and I alternating last time.
Yeah,
that might have been what it was.
Because I know I definitely made it, several days.
Yeah.
But Mitchie was cleanup crew, so that worked out.
That is true. So that'll be fun. Looking forward to it. And 80-degree weather, I believe you said.
I looked at the weather forecast for Charlotte weekend, and it is going to be in the 80s every day.
So if anybody's going to be in Charlotte for Coke 600 weekend, hit us up on the Discords, on the socials, the Twitters, the TikToks.
That's right.
Appreciate a bunch of we gained a ton of new followers on the TikTok the last couple weeks. Pretty cool. Excited to have them here. So hopefully they're tuning in and joining in and having some fun with us. And hopefully we have some good Sunday racing to talk about soon. But still, be fun.
Hey, if nothing else, there's going to be a lot of good racing, a lot of good festivities going on at Charlotte. So, seriously, if you're there, hit us up. Let us know. We'd love to come out and meet you.
Absolutely. So I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like I'm good. This was a great weekend of racing. It just not on Sunday.
That's right. But
dirt was fun, man. A lot of good sprint car racing this weekend.
Yeah, hopefully some more good sprint car racing this Sunday at BAPS.
Looking forward to it. Yeah. So. And Husich just kicked their season off last night too, by the way. Which is
nice.
Cool. So
very nice.
That's a gorgeous facility. Holy crap! I forgot how nice that facility is.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, folks. Again, thank you and welcome to the new listeners. And we'll catch you guys next week post All-Star race.
Yee, go 12.
Bye.
That's right.